Hi, I'm Bill Moseley, and you're in the horror basement. Lick my plate, you dog bitch.
Welcome to the Horror Basement, the TN Horror News Podcast. Coming to you live from the basement of my mom's trailer in the TN Horror News studio. I'm Jonny Leroy, one of your hosts, and as always, we got ourselves our local horror experts here. JimJam.
Yeah, JimJam here.
And Yeti.
Hey.
On this episode, we will be talking about some current horror news, just going over a little bit of stuff, and horror series, like a TV series with a horror twist. And the movie of the week. Chart exclusive. Exclusive. Sounded so stupid right there, didn't I? Sequence Break. Another trippy ass movie. I don't know what the fuck's going on, but
That wasn't a feature length movie. That was more of a extended short.
it was 82 minutes.
It was an hour.
It's as long as Mandy should have been. Okay? Okay?
I got you.
That's all we're going to go with on that. But it's just another trippy fucking movie.
3 weeks in a row, we have had some pretty fucking weird movies. So we're gonna take it back and do something a little more grounded next week. We'll tell you about it
for
later.
sure. But goodness gracious, we'll get into that movie.
Yeah.
I want to talk about it now, but it's the movie of the week, and we'll get into it.
We want to talk about why I'm still mad at it.
I'm not mad at it. Let's not go into.
Oh shit!
Well, let's
go into current horror news.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So this is mine, and we're all going to have our own little thing that we're going to talk about. I have a couple, but it's going to be Halloween 2018 because it's still relevant. And but Yeti, you was like, why didn't the boyfriend die? What the fuck, right?
Yeah.
Well, that was the plan, not to kill him, because apparently they wanted to keep him alive so that he could be in the next film. What do you think about that?
Is he gonna die in the next film?
I don't know. What if he never dies?
Fuck that, dude. That movie made a contract with me the minute they made him such a huge cunt. They need to kill him at some point.
What if he never dies, and it just to piss everyone off, and he's still a douchebag?
I will continue bitching about it.
She marries him eventually. He's a bitch, cheats on her. Yeah, that alcoholic gonna be a shitty person. No, but yeah. So apparently that was all the plan, and I guess it's really just to fuck with people too, in my personal opinion.
Yeah, it's a little something it's different. I guess it kind of like the moment where Art the Clown pulls out the pistol and shoots a bitch.
Yeah,
it's just a curveball, Because in slashers, when they set up unlikable characters, they kill them off for you. I mean, that's what they do. So I guess I get it, but at the same time, I'm gonna need that body.
I'm gonna need that body. And
yeah.
Also, here's another good one. The original ending for Halloween was supposed to have been different, and Laurie Strode was going to actually die. And the way that was going to happen was the daughter and granddaughter, like they were upstairs, and Laurie runs out, and like the daughter granddaughter gets out a window, and they see her being killed from outside the window upstairs. And then the daughter runs up, shoots him or whatever, something, and he falls out the window, and she goes to look, and he's not there.
Yeah, they flipped that on this one, though, didn't they?
Yeah, see, so think about that ending, because it's kind of like the other ending, where he falls off. They're going to kind of redo that whole... And they were going to try to move on with without Laurie and just the daughter and granddaughter moving on to the next.
Yeah.
Keeping that...
That would have been... As much as I love the new Laurie Strode character, and as much as I just loved seeing her be so badass, and Jamie Lee Curtis just going out there and being a queen and shit. I would have been there for that too.
Yeah, to kind of.
I kind of like those endings that are kicking the balls, you know.
Yeah, but kind of end the whole, she's still alive thing, that whole, character. But I guess, I'm not mad at the ending for, the 2018 version. I'm not mad at that movie at all, really. So
no, not even a little bit.
No, I had a lot of fun watching that movie. It was very entertaining, and it was awesome to see throwbacks to kind of like Art the Clown and stuff with the, was it the human pumpkin head thing?
Yeah, I don't know if that was a throwback to Art.
I'm going to say it is.
Because like I said, it was done before Art.
Well, I'm going to say it is.
By your favorite people in the world.
Anyways.
But, yeah, my only issue, like I said, was there wasn't floorboards and they could see through them somehow. So, whatever. But, yeah, so that was, some, interesting things of how the movie could have been different. But it's not new news. It's been out for like 2 weeks. But I didn't get a chance to talk about it in the last episodes of this podcast. So.
I hadn't heard about it till now, so.
Yeah, and, I just thought it was pretty cool.
So is that all your news, Johnny?
Yeah, I guess if that's all y'all have to say about it, yeah.
Well, my news is Jordan Peele's Candyman confirmed and set for 2020 release. So that means, which obviously it's going to start filming next year. But Bloody Disgusting exclusively broke the news that Jordan Peele's Monkey Paw Productions will be producing a remake of the Bernard Rose directed Candyman.
I am there for it. Screenplay by Peele. Fucking Get Out was a masterpiece.
Okay.
I don't give a fuck what anybody says. I love that movie.
Get Out was really good. But
Jordan Peele is such a good writer.
Let's see how Us is done. The new movie from Get Out. Like the series continues and it's called Us. And it comes out
oh, no shit.
2019. So, we'll see if he can continue. You know what I'm saying? Like Get Out was really good. It's original. It's a good movie. But, a person makes one good movie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you got your sophomore, what do they say, the sophomore movies,
that sophomore slump.
Yeah, it's like the hardest, but hey, I'm hoping it is good because you got an outside person, that was into comedy coming into horror and he's doing stuff right. So hopefully, I'm definitely looking forward to it.
Oh, yeah.
Who's all going to be in this movie?
I have no clue, but if people don't know about Candyman, it's a chilling urban horror film adapted from Clive Barker's books of blood short story The Forbidden. But yeah, I don't think it has.
No one tied to it yet.
They haven't said anything. I don't believe of who's going to play Candyman. Or I'm sure probably Tony Todd won't be back. Maybe he'll have like a cameo or something. That would be pretty cool.
What is he? The fucking dad of the new Candyman?
No, I'm just saying you'll just see him like as a janitor or something pop up.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Tony Todd, he's a great actor, and like I follow him on Instagram, and so he's just like a total sweetheart. But I could see him not taking the role, or I could see them casting somebody that is closer in age to him from when the original movies came out. But I would really love to see Tony Todd come back as Candyman. But it's not a deal breaker. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. Nia DaCosta from Little Woods will be directing from a screenplay by Peele and Wynn Rosenfield. Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it's probably too early to see who's going to be attached to it. So.
Yeah, and I'm sure there's going to be a bunch of people who cry around because they're remaking fucking I guess you can call it a classic. I love the first one. The sequels were meh. But, but to me, man, this is going to bring in fucking a ton of money for you know, for whoever's involved, and fucking, it's going to be a lot of money that's going to come into the horror genre, and it's going to be a point for like the new generation who hasn't seen Candyman. And if you haven't seen the original Candyman, you're fucking up, and you need to fix your life. And you know, it'll be an introduction to the older movies. It'll be an introduction to Clive Barker for those who aren't familiar with his work. He's a fucking master. So I don't really see a downside to this.
MGM will release this.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing that MGM.
But this is not going to be. This is like a spiritual sequel, is what it's being coined as.
What's a spiritual sequel?
I'm wondering if it's going to be kind of like the sequel, like the next film from the first one.
If that's the
like
case,
Halloween.
then they're going to have to have Tony Todd.
Kind of like they did with Halloween.
It's being billed as a spiritual sequel that returns to the neighborhood where the legend began, the now gentrified section of Chicago where the Cabrini greenhousing projects once stood. So they're going to fuck with some of the new
bad motherfucker.
So they tear down the projects and it's gentrified, and these other motherfuckers are going to get fucked up.
If that's the case, then they're going to have to bring Tony Todd back. How would you not? You know, that'd just be stupid.
You would. I mean, he's not. He would fit the bill perfectly. Like, it wouldn't, if it's, especially like you said, if it's moving forward this amount of time. Why couldn't he come back?
Because he'd be aged, so that would be perfect for him.
I mean,
and he already knows the character so well.
Exactly. So, I'm down. I'm in it.
Yeah, we're gonna have to.
2020.
Yeah, either way, I'm for it.
And, hey, now I'm gonna have to hit up damn Tony Todd, get him on podcast, and pick his brain.
He wouldn't. Yeah, but like we would want to ask him if he's going to be in the movie, and he couldn't tell us if he was going to be in it.
Why couldn't he tell us if he's going to be in the movie?
Because it's probably not going to be like known. You know what I'm saying? Like he'll have to be like a hush hush on that shit.
Well, it's not like we're asking for like spoilers. It's just like, are you going to be in the movie? Is yes or no?
But they probably want to break that news.
Well, why can't we fucking do it?
I don't know. I'm just saying.
We're not that cool.
You know how I always like to push for.
What are you talking about, man? We the fucking coolest.
The coolest.
We the coolest.
So yeah, I'm down with that. And speaking of another thing, just real quick. What is fucking A, dude? Now I forget. Motherfucker. What was that series with Tattoo? You know, the little guy in the boat.
Treasure Island?
The what?
Fantasy Island.
Fantasy Island is getting a film made. Well, it was a 70s TV show. They're going to twist it to where it's more scary and dark because it wasn't really horror. But the dude, the Hispanic guy off of son of a bitch. But anyways, if you've seen him, you know him. But yeah, that's going to be 2020. I just read that today. But yeah, I'm interested because I like that actor. I just don't know his name right now.
So does that mean 2020 is going to probably be a good year for horror?
Possibly.
I know 2019 is going to have It Part 2.
Yeah. But yeah, you don't care for it. So it was.
I tell you, my little bit of news kind of plays into the Stephen King world. Is the sequel to The Shining. It's called Dr. Sleep. I read the book a few years back. I went on a tear and read a fuckload of Stephen King. And I've been a fan since I was a kid. I've said it a bunch of times. I'm a huge Stephen King fan. And they're doing the Shining sequel. Danny Torrance grows up, and he's got the Shining. They call him Dr. Sleep. He works in a nursing home. And what he does is he uses his Shining to help the old people. He helps them cross over. He helps them die, basically, like in peace, with dignity, you know, instead of just like going out and covering their own shit and drooling everywhere. He sits with them and he uses the shine to help them die comfortably, and you know, it's his life. And he drinks a lot because obviously, but and then on down the road, he ends up having to save a young girl with the Shining from a group of like gypsy vampires who hunt children and adults that have the shine, and they suck that out of them, and they're like this ageless group of people. And that's the big story is Danny versus the cult of fucking gypsy vampires who suck the shine, the soul, and the life out of people. And it ends in a big showdown at the ruins of the Overlook Hotel. It's a fucking amazing book. And they're doing a movie. It's going to be directed by Mike Flanagan. Mike Flanagan did Gerald's Game. He did Oculus. He did Before I Wake, the House on Haunted Hill series, Hush. I mean, everything. I have not seen anything that Flanagan's done that I haven't loved. And you can see the King influence in all of his work, especially in Haunting a Hill House and with Oculus. And he's already done one adaptation. He did Gerald's Game, which was fucking phenomenal. So I'm really excited for this.
Yeah, and it's got a Ewan McGregor.
Yeah, Ewan McGregor, grown up Danny Torrance.
Yeah, so they already got people attached to this one. It's January 24th, 2020. So 2020 is going to be, going to have some decent movies.
Yeah, like I said, 2020 is going to be a hell of a year for horror.
Oh,
hopefully,
yeah,
like I said, 2019 will as well.
So that was some news, and whatnot all. As my grandmother would say. And whatnot all.
Oh, and one more little thing I wanted to throw in. I just saw on Reddit right before we recorded, I was checking Reddit, and I saw that kind of ties back into Johnny's tidbits. James Cameron, God, as some of us know him, he will be coming back to score. He said he's down to come back and score the Halloween sequel.
That's
and,
right.
Jamie Lee Curtis is down to come back as Laurie with some conditions.
Hey, who'd you say?
He said James Cameron.
You said James Cameron.
Yeah.
John Carpenter.
Yeah, and I was just like, James Cameron. Yeah, okay. I was just going to let him roam with it, just so he could.
Yeah, man, I'm going to have to leave that in because
I was just sitting there like, James Cameron, God. Like, I was sitting there thinking, action film, where's this going?
Yeah, is there going to be a Titanic
and
too?
then you said something about score, and I was just like, yeah, okay, yeah, I heard that. Yeah.
I guess J and the C, right?
Yeah.
John Carpenter, J. Okay.
I was just like, okay. James Cameron.
White guys, same initials. I don't know.
That's good. Good stuff.
Oh, man.
Would you just watch like a big budget fucking Hollywood film that has like everything blowing up around it or something?
That's a Michael Bay movie. It's not James.
It's going to be fucking.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be Halloween.
Is that Michael Bay?
Except for Michael
Yeah,
Myers is going to be killing Smurfs.
Michael Myers is Gargamel.
Oh, fucking Potbelly Myers.
You think we was talking about this before we started? You think Michael Myers is going to be a bald Michael Myers?
Oh yeah, dude.
Have singed hair,
Like, cause his hair would have got burned off.
That'd be awesome.
So-
Like the mask is melted.
It's melted to his face though.
Oh yeah.
Fuck yeah.
He couldn't take it off.
I am there for it.
That'd be a shitty mask to wear as an actor.
Yeah, that means he'd have to do prosthetics.
That would suck for him. But I mean,
anyways,
he's getting paid. I mean,
so there was no segue here, but
segue.
so yeah, here the horror series part of this podcast. From what I understand, not too long from now, the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina will be back for part 2.
They settled
Yeah,
that whole
I think-
thing with the
cult, or not the cult, the Satanic Church.
the Satanic Temple.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, they settled that $50 million lawsuit. I guess they're gonna have like a thing at the end of it saying that something. I don't know.
Yeah, they gave him credit, and some other things are under a non-disclosure agreement, which is the money that Netflix paid him to shut the fuck up and go away, which is what they wanted in the first place. There's going to be I don't know exactly when, because I just saw it pop up somewhere, but sometime this month they're going to release a single episode, like a Christmas episode of Sabrina.
Wow.
And then the series will be back next year. I don't know if you guys watched it or not. I did. I loved it.
Yeah, I thought it was really
I'm
good.
saying.
I mean, I enjoyed it myself.
I enjoyed the shit out of it. I also like that. I don't remember her name, but the girl who plays Sabrina looks like a lot like Melissa Joan Hart.
She was.
Because I'm not saying I watched Sabrina the Teenage Witch like a few times all the way through, but I totally did. And that little call back, I feel like that was like some super good casting. It was a good show.
Kiernan Shipka. She was on Mad Men. I feel like
I read something somewhere that Sabrina and that TV show on CW, Riverdale, has something to do with each other. But
yeah. Well, they're all from the Archie horror brand. Like they did a bunch of horror comics for Archie, and they exist in the same universe. So,
well, that would be cool. I don't know how that would work, CW and Netflix, but
who knows, man?
I don't watch Riverdale or whatever it is. And
I don't either.
Well, they own different
I
parts.
tried to watch Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, and I couldn't get into it. I might have to give it another go. I don't know.
I really liked it myself,
Satan.
but
I like
I mean, that's just, I don't know. It's
If you want to know more about the comic origins of Chilling Adventures of Sabrina and Riverdale, too, you can go on the website, and we have an article by Ellie Lou called The World of Archie Horror, where she really breaks down the whole, all of the different book series, comic series that they have within that universe and what's coming up. So you can check that out.
Another.
Did you guys watch Castle Rock?
Oh, well, that's what I'm saying, but no, I haven't.
Yes, I watched almost all of it.
Yeah. It's a thinker.
Yeah,
but,
it's different because I don't know, there's a lot going on.
Yeah, there is. You gotta really fucking pay attention to it. It's one of those, but it's so good. And again, I'm a Stephen King fanboy, fucking whatever. But it was really, really nice. And fucking Bill Skarsgård, man, he's so good.
Yeah, he is.
Like I shit on the new It a lot, but I try to make it clear that it's not him that I have an issue with, because his acting is fucking great. He is so creepy.
Yeah, he was really good. I thought he was really good in Hemlock Grove.
I've heard good things about that. I've never seen it, though.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that show.
It's only like 2 seasons. How many seasons was that?
2 or 3. I can't remember.
Yeah.
It wasn't many.
It was a good show, though. I'll agree.
The next one, though, is
90% with that.
The Haunting of Hill House, which I haven't seen.
Loved.
I watched a little bit of it, but I'm just not big on series no more. I can't get into them no more. But apparently it's an amazing show. Have you watched it, Jonny?
Yeah.
Not yet. It is on the list to watch. It's just there's so much to watch with us doing movies.
Well, I'm gonna not then, because I was gonna get into the ending and some fan theories and shit like that. But
go ahead.
Well, we don't need to ruin it for other people that may not see it.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna. watch it,
What is the
probably.
Haunting of Hill House based off of? Is that just an original?
Well, it's loosely based on the old Vincent Price film, Haunting of Hill House, and then later the remake in the 90s, The Haunting. It's that house. It's the characters have the same names and a lot of the same character traits as they did in the original Haunting movie, but they kind of just use that as a jumping off point. It's cerebral. It's a psychological horror. A lot of people are, it's boring, but yeah, it's fucking whatever. It's psychological. It's not a, it's not like a fucking slasher series or anything. It's unrelentingly dark and sad. And then there's ghosts. It's Mike Flanagan. There's callbacks to the original Haunting. There's ghosts hidden all through in the background, like moving statues and shit that you don't usually see. Like, so you can watch it a couple of times and watch for different things. There's I talked to somebody who said they spotted the mirror from Oculus in there, and then there's like just all kinds of shit hidden throughout the series. So I don't know. They took a lot of time and a lot of care with it, and it shows.
My sister watched it. And she really enjoyed it. So I mean, I told her she needs to watch The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina too.
I recommend both of those. Like totally.
Yeah, it's on the list to watch for sure. I getting into a series, you know what I'm saying? Just I like to binge watch stuff. So
Me too.
I think I watched The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina in like 2 days.
Yeah. I know there's
It took us about a week.
well, there's probably tons of horror
maybe 3.
series out there, but I kind of go through the ones that I know of, but I haven't watched. I've seen maybe an episode or so. But American Horror Story Apocalypse is out now. Not really. I've seen a few moments of it when my wife was watching. It looks fucked up as usual.
I don't really. I have to hear a lot of good stuff about a season of American Horror Story to really want to watch it, because since, what was it, My Roanoke Nightmare, where they did the reality show?
Oh man, it fucking like it got to a certain point on that. I told my brother, I was like, dude, this is either gonna be really good or they're gonna fucking ruin it in the middle of it, and they fucking ruined it in the middle of it.
It was just stupid.
Because I was down with the first where they're there and they're getting killed, and then when they come back to reality part of it, I was like, what? Like, I was just like, they're going back? What? Oh, fuck that.
Then
Hotel was good. Freak Show was good. But I have no desire to watch the new ones until I hear a bunch of positive shit.
and then, of course, you got The Walking Dead.
And
Which
Stranger
is,
Things.
Yeah, which Walking Dead's been around forever, which everybody's fallen off of it now since so many people's dying. But, well, I guess there's still people there that watch it, but I don't care for it no more.
And you have the best one of all.
Like you said, Stranger Things, and then what else?
The best one of all. Supernatural.
Yeah. I just watched one of the new episodes of the season. This season, which I only
14.
got like
Season 14.
I only got like 3 episodes out right now. Don't they?
5.
5. Okay.
Yeah. Dude, I love Supernatural, but we've talked about that before. So, yeah.
Then there was Channel Zero. I guess that's a sci-fi one, right?
Channel Zero goes hard. Like, for real. Especially the No End House season. Just finished that not too long ago. It was really good. And there's one after that. It's like about the staircases in the woods. I love how they do their stories. Because what they are, what Channel Zero is it's like they take these classic creepypastas from the internet and they develop into a whole like fucking 10-episode season, So you take this maybe 1,000-word story and they just expand it into like a fucking 10-hour thing. And the seasons I've seen have been really good.
Yeah.
I've seen I think the first 3.
Then there was I was just already the hell went blank on it. Son of a bitch.
Yeah, that's a good one. Son of a bitch. I love that show.
I'm still a big fan of Buffy.
Oh, hey, have y'all watched any Into the Dark on Hulu?
I have. Have you?
I tried to watch the first one, but that's by Blumhouse, and it's one movie a month based around like a holiday. They're coming. I mean, to me that's like a what's the word I'm looking for? But
anthology.
Well, I mean, but it's really like they're putting a lot of fucking money into it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can't think
like
of
it's a full-on franchise,
Yeah, I mean, and they're full-length movies.
Yeah, and they're not.
They're not. They look good.
They're not cheaply made.
No,
they look really good.
Like I got to the first one. I think I have like 30 more minutes to finish it. But the Christmas one is that dude.
That looks fucking creepy. I can't wait.
He's got big old fucking eyes and shit. Like I'm looking forward to that movie. I mean,
yeah, I watched the first. I watched what is it, The Body, and then Flesh and Blood. I binge watched them back to back, middle of last month, and I enjoyed The Body. I thought it was better than Flesh and Blood, but Flesh and Blood was really good too. Flesh and Blood was like they don't say it, but it's obvious it's based on the BTK killer from back in the day. You guys know about him?
Yes, of course.
Yeah. Yeah, fucking, for those of you who don't know, BTK, he was a killer, and
Bound, torture,
Stephen King
kill, right?
wrote a story about it. I think there's an adaptation. The story was a solid marriage or some shit. But what he did was he fucking killed for years, bind, torture, kill, you know, and then he got a wife, had some kids, had a really stable, normal life. He's the kind of guy to fucking come to your house and have a couple of beers and barbecue it. You know, he's just that guy. And then come to find out, he was murdering motherfuckers all over the place. So he had this double life, and that's kind of what Flesh and Blood's like. It's really interesting if you watch it with that in mind.
Yeah, and the new one's going to be Puka.
Puka.
Yeah, that's what that
A
creature
giant
is.
demon rabbit for Christmas.
Look at that motherfucker. Look at his mouth. It look like your mouth when you have that mask on. Like it? I don't know. That's kind of weird.
I'm there for it.
No, it looked like a blow-up doll mouth.
What do you mean you're there?
Well, I'm there for the demon rabbit Christmas thing. I don't know what y'all are talking about.
Yeah, I was like, dude, I'm not down. Speaking, what? That don't even fit.
Speaking of nothing, but
That don't even fit, dude.
Speaking of motorized scooters,
Yeah. What the fuck? That didn't even fit, dude. That did not segue too well with it.
we can have any segue we want, damn it. So segue into nothing but a candle.
Yeah.
Because if you love
The
horror,
reboot.
the reboot, yes.
The Tennessee Horror Nights reboot? Is that what
We're calling it the Tennessee Horror Nights for the love of horror. Pumpkin campfire.
Crackling wick candle?
Yeah.
Soy.
black candle.
And it's all black.
Smells really good. It's be a great holiday Christmas present for the people in your life that love horror.
So definitely order it now, and you could get it by Christmas.
Yeah. So
And even if you don't, order it after Christmas because it's still.
Just fucking buy one.
Fuck yeah. buy 20, please.
wow.
For fuck's sake, buy the candle.
Just buy one, please.
Jeez, guys.
If everybody that listened to this would buy one, we would. Anyways,
We'd have one candle.
We'd still be
sold.
broke as fuck. We'd have candle sales.
well, if
Appreciate you,
Oh,
Craig.
shit.
No, we'd have two.
oh yeah,
Isaac and Craig. Appreciate y'all.
hell yeah.
Oh, and so go buy that candle at Macabre Melts. Check out their Etsy page, her Etsy page. She's got all kinds of other stuff on there that you would like to, that your significant other or whatever, your family members would love. So, go buy some smelly good shit.
But they would really
Not
like
smelly good shit. That
our
would be
candle
good, would it?
a lot.
Yeah, but yeah. So go do that, and we have a new interview that'll be coming out with Lyle Blackburn, cryptozoologist, author. He's done some filmmaking, musician.
Yeah, Ghoultown.
Yeah,
Like fucking like a horror movie and a spaghetti western had a baby and it decided to play guitar. I fucking love
and
Ghoultown.
it's a really good interview. Like I say, the Horror Basement interview series is, we're trying to do not just actors and directors and writers of horror films. Just something fun. I enjoyed that interview a lot.
I did too. I had a lot of fun. We got us a ghost story.
Yes, we did get us. Hey, there's a ghost story. If you like ghost stories, there's a ghost story on there.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
you can hear
interview.
Yeti's Bigfoot story. If he hasn't
There's
told
also
it
a
on the
Bigfoot story in
podcast.
there, like a condensed version.
I think you've shared it before here.
Yeah,
I don't
he
know.
has.
But
I have in
you can
writing,
listen
but I've
to it
never
again.
told it.
You can listen to it again,
So,
And also, with the movie of the week being Sequence Break, you can go watch it free with the Shudder promo code TNHORROR, TNHORROR.
do that, please.
30-day free trial. Share it with your family.
Yeah.
That's something free you can
everybody.
share with your family. Or you can just tell your family, hey, I got you something for Christmas. It's this promo code. Bam! But yeah, so, you'll be able to watch the Joe Bob Briggs Christmas special.
Oh, yes.
Yes, sir. And
Can't wait for a very
speaking of
Joe
that,
Bob
you can go to
Christmas.
the website, tnhorror.com, and read Yeti's article about the Dinners of Death.
Yeah. Wrote a little sentimental piece about the Dinners of Death and Joe Bob and such.
Yeah.
It was, man, these marathons are so fucking cool to me. It is so nifty.
Nifty, guys. It's fucking nifty. God.
It's just fucking just so spiffy.
Yeah.
I can't wait for the
He had a stiffy.
Joe Bob Christmas.
Nifty AF.
But yeah, so with that, let us move into the... This is the movie of the week. Movie of the week. All right, guys. So this week's movie of the week is the Shudder exclusive, but I think this movie came out in 2017. It's on Shudder now. It's not on any other platform. Sequence Break, a surreal sci-fi romance. I don't get the romance. Wherein a beautiful young woman and strange metaphysical force threaten the reality of a reclusive video arcade technician, resulting in bizarre biomechanical mutations and a shocking self-realization. Director-writer Graham Skipper. So, Sequence Break. Another fucking weird movie. I don't know where these psychedelic movies are coming from and why we are stuck on them. To be honest.
I did like this one a lot more than Mandy.
Yes.
It was weird as shit, but it wasn't boring.
Yeah, because it wasn't 40 minutes too long.
Yeah. It's
an 82-minute
it's not
runtime.
super hard to follow until the end.
Yeah.
It does, as always, if you don't want spoilers, pause this, go check the movie out and come back.
Yeah, and always, like we say, don't take our opinion for it. Go watch it yourself.
Yeah. Especially if you're kind of, one of my favorite things, like, I enjoyed a lot of stuff about the movie. The fact that the movie doesn't give a fuck about your feelings, I love shit like that. Like, they set up this character, he's a really good dude, the owner of the fucking place.
Yeah.
And they set him up, he's such a good dude with such a good heart, such a nice old guy, and they fucking kill him.
Yeah, he's worked hard his whole life, trying to get this arcade, building, redoing arcades for like 23 years, and he has to shut down. And then they just kill the motherfucker.
In the space of a few minutes, you really get kind of this emotional attachment to him. It was kind of shocking to see the movie just be like, fuck, that just let you know you're not safe.
This movie, it's about, they get a arcade board. I don't know what they're fucking called. What are they?
It's an arcade circuit board.
Yeah, arcade circuit board, and it comes in a package, and I don't know, some weird fucking dude with the, what was that, the number 9 fucking carved into his forehead?
No, that's where he pressed something into his forehead.
Really? Where did we get that at?
He pulls a chip out and sticks it in his forehead.
Oh. The one dude, the strange guy?
Yeah. Well, the guy, what's the main guy right here, the technician, he does it at the end of the movie, but
he showed it in his stomach.
He showed it in his forehead.
Oh, I thought
it's all like a weird.
I thought he grabbed a chip and fucking pushed it into his belly button on that one.
I don't remember that.
No, it was his forehead. He stuffed it in his.
He stuffed
like a little square capacitor chip. Just.
I've never seen somebody's forehead so squishy.
Yeah,
it was badass.
That's the trippy part about this. But anyways, he installs it, and the next thing you know, it glows green. And he installed this motherfucker in the dimmest light I've ever seen someone fucking work on anything.
Right.
I was just like, I guess you're going for ambiance, whatever. But come on,
give the man a flashlight.
Yeah, he had the shittiest fucking workman bulb. The little thing where people would hang on, like when they're working on a car outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the shittiest fucking light I've ever seen.
Yeah, I was thinking he had like a damn 20-watt bulb.
Yeah. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? But anyway, sorry.
Hey, Hey, it's mood lighting for the
Yeah,
down
so when they turn green, you could be able to see it better.
Well,
For when he breaks down an aardvark at that arcade machine.
Yeah, he fisted it.
I didn't understand the whole fucking even the video game. Like he's playing it, he logs in and somehow like the move the I guess the lights and all that shit fucks with your brain, and he gets all sick and shit, and then eventually he gets a marshmallow joystick. It's like melting, and he sticks
his finger and
like he puts both fingers on like he's touching two nipples.
Yeah, and then he like cream pies the fucking
he's getting the best BJ in his life. His face looks like.
And then the motherboard gets like you saying Yeti cream pied.
Yeah, but it's all gooey. It starts getting like all. It kind of reminded me of the what is that? The oil slick from the Creep Show. You know, like it starts getting all slimy and shit. And
how did that slime?
Oh, I got meteor shit on me.
Yeah, how did that shit not damn circuit or whatever fuck up the damn circuit board?
Because it was made of evil.
Yeah, because Satan. That's why.
Yeah, the board's just evil.
Satan can handle jizz all over him.
I didn't understand the whole point of the fucking circuit board, like what it was trying to get. I mean, it did capture the one girl.
What's up with the circuit board turning into like a jello at the end?
Yeah, like
I think it was becoming a living being. Like it was
trying to grow.
To restart the sequence. I don't fucking really honestly know.
Yeah, because that was the whole point of sequence break. It's like he had to break the sequence,
which he did.
He had to not create. What he had to do was not create the game, so it wouldn't suck him in. So he would go crazy, and then create the game, so it would suck him in, and he'd go crazy, and he'd create. It's a whole thing. I think.
What do you mean by create the game? Didn't he just plug it in?
No. Okay, the crazy guy with the fucked up hair like the bum, that's him from the future.
Oh.
See, he creates the game when he inserts the chip into his forehead and shit. When you get that split screen, the red and the blue or the red and the green or whatever, the red side, you see him create the game and get driven nuts by it and then drop it off at the place in the past, and the other side is him breaking the sequence and coming out of it, and the reset button.
Oh.
The fucking bar none best part about this movie is those gross visuals in the game, because it's like somewhere between H.R. Geiger and fucking Cronenberg. She got this, I don't know. It was like Geiger's color palette and Cronenberg's like body horror kind of, I don't know.
Yeah. He pukes up like a piece of the game.
The wire.
Yeah. I just didn't understand the romance part of this fucking movie. Like, it just so happens the girl shows up and...
Well, that girl fell in love with dude pretty quick, didn't she?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I don't know. It just...
That was another thing that was like... It was like they killed Homeboy off really early. And then...
And I guess he's supposed to be away on a trip.
He had to go deal with some family shit, so he didn't notice.
So he was going to be gone for like 2 or 3 weeks. I thought, you know, like... So he don't even fucking... I mean, I guess they explained that he don't have a cell phone, so he don't make phone calls and all that shit. But yeah, I don't know.
The ending to me, in the end, he doesn't make the machine, so he doesn't go crazy. He ends up meeting a girl, and I assume they fucking go on their little romantic arc, and then Homeboy from the beginning of the movie is alive again, and it was the most obvious conclusion, because it's a time loop, you know, and it comes out of it, and you know, everything's resolved in the end, and it's all neat and tidy, and everybody's alive, and they're happily ever after. And it was the obvious conclusion, but I just still felt like it was a fucking cop out.
Well, I mean, she kept saying it through the whole, or at the ending or whatever. Look between the ones and the zeros. Hit the reset button. Hit the reset button, you know.
Yeah. So, I mean, it spelled out what was going to happen. It was all going to reset.
And we skipped a whole lot. The machine fucking weird because it's like the machine is like rubbing up on him, and he fists the machine at one point, and it's got fingers at one point. The buttons do, like they're holding hands, or I don't fucking know, dude.
And again, I remember when we talked about City last week. I was like, I said something like, because I fucking talk through movies, and I'm an asshole. I said something about I expected some Japanese inspired fucked up weird shit to happen, and it went to anime dreams. And so they started like kissing around out on top of that hill or whatever, because that's where quirky white people go to fucking have a date, I guess. And
well, they were on top of a roof.
Yeah, well, whatever.
With the fucking chair, where are the fucking chairs? They just walked away with beer cans left on the fucking table. Like, where's this at?
What a bunch of dicks, for one,
Sorry.
I said something along the line, because they're like, oh, you can come hang out at the arcade. And I was like, well, I know where this is going. This is going straight to some arcade aardvarking. And then it went to them not actually fucking in the arcade, but to him fucking the arcade machine. And it was just another example of, damn it, movie, that's not what I meant. It's a whole monkey's paw situation for me over here, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, and it's weird because it cut to that one scene where it's like just showing like the screen, and like you expect to see like an image of them, like the reflection of them making out or something, but it's just fucking different colors.
Yeah.
And then they wake up in bed, and it's like, he's in bed, and I'm like, what? Like, what?
You give us all that weird sexual blah. Give us all that weird sexual shit with the arcade machine, but you can't show them, hopping around.
Yeah, and the girl dies, but yet she's somehow, since the machine killed her, she's in the machine. I don't know. It's a weird movie. You definitely got to pay a lot of attention.
It's weird. It's another one to think for. You got to pay attention to it, but it's not bad.
No, it's like I say. 82 minutes was the proper amount of time, which 4 or 5 minutes of that 82 minutes was the fucking scroll at the end of it. It's like it was the slowest scroll ever because they didn't have a shit ton of people.
No, not at all.
I think they thanked a lot of people, but they had like 5 or 6 people tops in that movie. But yeah,
especially for people who are fans of Cronenberg and fans of like sci-fi stuff.
It's an odd movie for sure.
It's definitely weird. It's accessible though. It's not like super artsy and fucking.
Yeah, there you go. Yes, exactly. It's not
going to be one of those that has like an air of pretension around it. It's kind of I don't know. It's kind of gross. It's kind of weird. It's kind of fun.
Yeah. And there is some good. The practical effects are good. Even the machine melting and all that. It's fun. It's cool.
Also, I think it was. I haven't found anything that's confirmed this or not, but I think it's kind of inspired by an urban legend. There's an urban legend of a video game. Polybius. I'm not really sure how to say it, but it's a cursed, not really a cursed video game, but a video game that's set up in such a way that the colors and the sounds and the visuals trigger a psychedelic response in your brain. It's supposedly set in.
I think I've heard of that for some
select
reason.
arcades by the CIA as a part of like the MK Ultra project or something. I think it was kind of inspired by that.
Huh. Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
So you can go check that out on Shudder. Form your own opinion. Let us know what you think. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Hit us up in the Instagrams and all that, and the YouTubes and all that, and whatnot.
I give it a solid 5.5 out of 10. Yeah.
Yeah. That's a decent. I watched it once. That'll be it.
Yeah, I will never watch it again.
But there's a lot of movies, like I told Yeti today. I probably wouldn't watch most movies again. So.
Yeah, really. There's got to be something special about a movie to really want to watch it again. Like I've seen Lunch Ladies 4 or 5 times. I've probably watched Session 9 about 150 times. It's just, there's very few that really have any rewatch value. To me, this was not one of them.
So that's it for this podcast. And next week, we'd like to thank you for listening and all that stuff. And appreciate you taking the time.
Out of you.
And definitely go check out our interview with Wild Blackburn when it comes out. It should be out sometime.
If you haven't checked out the Joe Bob interview, we did one of those. You can check that out.
Yeah, and
also Damian Leone from of Terrifier fame.
Yeah, go hit that up. You learn some new stuff about Terrifier. And next week, on next week's podcast, we're going to do a little bit more current horror news. I think that was a good segment. We enjoyed it, and a little back and forth of what we think about stuff. And we're going to move on with Stephen King adaptations. And we talk about movies that we've watched more than once. And Shudder has a bunch of movies, Stephen King movies.
They just did a drop of Stephen King adaptations.
Salem's Lot, Cujo, Movie of the Week next week, Pet Sematary, and Silver Bullet, which I have watched probably. It's one of the few movies I've watched 5 or more times. I love that movie from the 80s.
It's a good movie.
And watched it yesterday with my sister. And I've watched it almost every year, I think. I love it. I love it.
I watched the original Creepshow for the first time the other night.
Yep, Creepshow 2.
You enjoy it?
I was amazing. I loved it.
Is that the one where they get a box out from underneath some steps and?
Yes. And it's got the monster in it.
Yeah. See, I've seen that and I was like, "What the fuck is this?" But yeah.
Well, hey, everybody, go
hit up the website.
Hit up the website. Give us a 5-star rating on iTunes. But you can find this podcast anywhere. Well, if you're listening, you found it.
Yeah.
You found it. Good job, y'all. Good job.
Yeah. And go hit up the website, tnhorror.com. Go check out the articles.
The beautiful website.
Yeah, it looks a lot better. It is 3.0.
Yeah, thanks to Yeti. He really hooked it up.
He's the man.
Oh, well, yeah.
And
did a little tweaking.
We appreciate y'all listening. We hope y'all enjoyed this, and let us know if you fucking hated it. Come back next week. See if you can hate us some more.
Yeah, come back and hate it some more.
And see how much you can hate us. And if you loved it, thanks.
Yeah, thanks. Come on back. We're going to be doing the same shit next week.
Yeah.
This is us.
Yeah. This is us, guys. Not the series. No, we're not sad.
Hell yeah.
We're just rambling now.
This is not YouTube.
Like, share, subscribe. Boy, it could be up on YouTube.
Oh, it is going to be up on YouTube.
Okay, hit them comments up on there.
Yeah. So, that's all we got. We out.
Peace.
Stay spooky. Try not to be an asshole.